she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a round-the-way girl to live. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take two and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw again on second down. Allen, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out right at the 35. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And some space here. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
All right, here we go.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And on On this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Here's Mostert fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Bills have recovered.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Allen now on first down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen going down the middle, and it's complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Throwing on second and long. Brady, and going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brady now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
His first carry. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. Say that's a catch. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now at 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Hines. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Allen now looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 80 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Brady. That's complete to Whitaker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. On play action, now Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, that last one makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Throwing on first down is Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And again it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Go, 66.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A final shot before half for Allen. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 138 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Hey.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And some room to roam now. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers, all of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. to the air. Allen. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Right back to him on 1st down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 218 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Brady Batts forward on the jet sweep. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent game.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a two-score game. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that's an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Whitaker. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. This is Mostert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Mostert. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline. Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. The partner, that'll do it.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Pretty and paid. Pretty and paid. Ayy. I know I'm coming. I don't want to clarify. Keep up. Ayy. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a lack, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm by that. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty.